Now, there are, as I said at the time, a number of ways of interpreting our theme this morning, different ways of understanding what we mean by inconvenient, different ways of not just answering the question, but of asking it as well. Mike and I talked a lot about this week and decided that for the second part of this exploration, we'd invite an old friend of mine to come and speak with us. This guy and I go way back, and so it's my pleasure to introduce to you someone who is always who he is, no matter where he is, the Reverend Nick Peace. Nick Peace. Now, Nick serves a congregation up in D.C. It's a little more rough than ours. He's got liars, cheats, and thieves in his congregation. There are people involved with drugs, money laundering, extortion, other criminal activities, and that's just the politicians in his So Nick says things as he sees them. And Mike and I decided that he would be the perfect person to deliver this message this morning. Nick.
Thank you, Reverend Eric. I appreciate that. Good morning, everybody. So when Reverend Eric invited me down, he said, man, Pete, you got to talk about who are we when it's inconvenient. Wow, man, that's deep. Man, groovy but deep. And so he says, I said, okay, so who are we when it's inconvenient? I said, is that like, who are we when stuff happens? But I didn't say stuff to Reverend Eric, maybe. Right? Stuff happens. You know, you see the bumper sticker. You know what I'm talking about, right? Stuff happens, right? And Reverend Eric said, man, you roll with that. I'm not going that direction, but you go with that. I said, okay, I'll do that. So I'm checking out your church, man, thinking about what to do, and I walk in and I say, man, this place is blue. Maybe this place is blue. It's blue. That's cool, man. It's cool. It feels cool, right? Blue is cool. So I'm also looking around, I'm seeing these religious symbols on the balcony. Yeah, I can work that in. Maybe I can do that. So let's see. Let's start with one over there. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of fun here at the beginning, right? We're going to talk about when stuff happens. What's sort of the stereotypical reaction of religions, right? When stuff happens, right? So we'll go with the second one over there. That's the moon, right? I'm guessing that's not the Moonies, man, but I think that's Islam. I think that's what you all are after with that, right? So with Islam, it goes like this. So stuff happens, right? But it's the will of Allah, baby, right? It's the will of Allah. That's what they got for you, right? The will of Allah. And that's fine with me, baby, as long as it's like, when stuff happens, blame the Shia. Oh, when stuff happens, blame the Sunni. No, baby, we don't want any of that. We all just want peace, right? Peace. We've got another symbol up there for universalism, right? Universalism. So with universalism, man, we're like, stuff happens, but don't worry about it, baby, because we're all going to heaven, right? That's what we got. We're all going to heaven, right? You know, we're just having some fun, So some other Christian religions, man, they may be a little bit different take, man. So it could be like Catholicism, might be like stuff happens, and you deserve it, right? So people might feel that way, coming from that tradition. Maybe the Baptists got stuff happens, but we're going to dump you in the water and wash it all off, baby. We're going to take care of that. We're going to clean you up, right? We're going to clean you up. Then maybe you got the Quakers, man. Quakers, man, they're sort of like stuff happens, but don't fight, man. Don't fight about it. We don't want any fighting, right? Quakers don't. They don't want about peace too. What else we got? We got the evangelicals, right? Evangelicals. So evangelicals will be like stuff happens. But praise the Lord, baby, right? Praise the Lord. That's what they're all about. The evangelicals, praising the Lord, even when stuff happens. That's what they got for you. And then ultimately we got the televangelists, baby. And what they got for you is send us some money, and maybe that stuff won't happen, right? Send us that money, maybe it won't happen, right? I don't know about that one. That's out there, man. That's out there. So we got the chalice up there. There's a chalice symbol, and that's for the Unitarian Service Committee, man. They did that in World War II. We'll use that for Unitarianism. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Unitarian. Now it's called the Unitarian-Universalist Service Committee. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But for Unitarians, man, it might be like stuff happens, but there must be a logical and reasonable explanation. Let's discuss this over some fair trade organic coffee. Maybe, right? Right. You all make good sports. Yeah, we're having some fun. Alright, then we got the menorah, right, for Judaism. And as Aaron said, man, they're like, stuff happens, but why does this stuff always happen to us, man? Why is this happening to us, baby? Why? I don't know. They've had a rough history, and there's no doubt about that. And then we're going to go over, we got the yin yang, right? The yin yang is for the Taoism, right? Taoism. And this is what they got for you. Stuff happens. That's it, baby. Boom! You just gotta roll with it, man. Just roll with it. That's pretty profound, man. You just gotta roll. Then we got the Buddhists, we got the Dharma wheel up there, man. So they got a little different take, man. They're sort of like, stuff happens, but is it really stuff? Man, I don't know. It seems like it was stuff. Maybe good, man. It may not be stuff, man. Right? No, man, that's something too, man. That's something too. A couple others I thought you might just get a kick out of. So we got maybe humanists. Man, humanists are like, human beings make stuff happen, right? Oh boy, no denying that. No denying that at all. Then you got maybe the agnostics, man. So like, I don't know why stuff happens. I just don't know. I don't know why, right? And the atheists, man, they'd be like, stuff happens, but God didn't do it, right? I know that much, right? And then finally we got Unitarian-Universalism. Right? And you all are going to be able to just chime in with me, because once I get started, you know where I'm going. That was it, baby, right? Okay, here we go. So we are on a free and responsible search for the truth and meaning of why stuff happens, right? That's what we're doing here, right? That's what we're doing, right? All right, well, that was fun. That was fun. So let's get a little deeper now into who are we when stuff happens, right? Who are we? Especially when stuff happens to us, man, right? Because it's easy to be cool when everything's cool, man. But what happens when things get tough, man? Do we stay cool? Or do we get nasty, right? Do we get stressed? Do we start snapping at people? Do we lash out at people? We don't want to do that, do we? We don't want to do that. So what can we do, you know? So what we can do is, first of all, just like that song said, right? Breathe in and breathe out, baby. Let's do it with me. Yeah, breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. Breathing in. Breathing it out. Man, that makes me feel better just doing that, man. Another thing, the Buddhists, man, they like this, man. They just say smile. You may not be feeling it in you, right? You may not be feeling it, but smile. You know, give it your best shot. And you might get some smiles back, might make you feel good. Some people exercise, some people do yoga, maybe play music or listen to songs, or, you know, lots of things that you can try and do, right? To be cool. Be cool. But as we all know, sometimes you can't always be cool, right? So a good thing to do, man, is talk about it, right? We talk about it, we share with one another. So not only are we cool people, we talk about that, but we're sharing people, right? We are sharing people. And when you share, guess what? People care, right? They care. They're going to talk to you about it. It's going to help you to talk about it with other people, right? And then when we care, another step, then we want to do, right? So we're sharing, caring, and then doing people, right? So just in our own community, right? You got people who, you know, they're struggling maybe, they need some help, so you might bring them some food, right? So you got the care then, right? In your church, man. And then you got people who just need a listening ear, they're having a hard time too. You got the pastoral visitors, right? And it doesn't have to be just a program, man. You all just help each other informally too, man. But you take after your own, man. You do a good job with that. But you all go beyond, right? You all go beyond. You know that stuff, real stuff, other real stuff is happening in your community, right? So you know there's homelessness going on, right? So you all get together with Pacha, right? And you do that. You know that there's people who, you know, need some food, man. So you got the food pantry, man. And then you bunch of crazy people, you get together with people from other churches, right? And this whole impact thing, and you go tell your public officials, baby, there's stuff happening, right? There's stuff happening, and you need to do something about it. And by the way, we're going to tell you what to do. Right? That is some tough stuff, man. I know some of you all run up to D.C. and up to Richmond, man, constantly telling them what to do up there too, man. You're a crazy bunch of folks, and that is wonderful. Amazing stuff, man. Okay, so let's continue talking a little bit about inconveniences, because you know, not all inconveniences are created equal, obviously, right? So I'm going to show you just a little video, and it's going to talk about maybe some inconveniences that maybe you've experienced or you've heard about, and but they're told by some people in Haiti, maybe, for some people in Haiti. So see what you can do with this.
In my fun childhood, won't reach my bed. I hate when my little seats aren't hidden.
When I go to the bathroom and I forget my phone.
La meteorite de machine à laver, eu falo se sentir.
I hate it when my house is so big. I need 2 wireless waters.
When my makeup makes my hot water taste too cold.
When I have to write my name in check, but I forget my last name.
Papa écrit message en marché en même temps.
On tem que ter gasolina en bas.
Moi, Valérie me passe un bloqué Internet là.
I hate it when I tell them no pickles, and they still give me pickles.
Now, that hits me every time, man. You hear them talk about those things, that, you know, we say inconvenient, man, they got nothing, baby. Nothing. Or very little, man. Now, that organization is Water is Life, and I honestly can't tell you, I know too much about that, man. But what I do want to tell you about is another group of folks working with Haiti, man, that you might be familiar with. This is the UUSC, right? I mentioned it before, the Unitarian-Universalist Service Committee, right? Stuff happens all the time, right? And you all, man, you have been very generous with the UUSC. When we had the natural disasters in Haiti, you all gave a lot of money to them, and that's fantastic. But as I said, things happen all the time, right? So this UUSC, they need our help, man. And hello, oh yeah, with that. So they need our help, man. And we've got about 80 or so members of this congregation, people that are members of the UUSC, right? And if we can get maybe about 30 more, man, we can be an honored congregation and get on that good list, man. It's not all about being on the good list, man. But what it's about is helping the UUSC, because you know what? We're doing stuff here, we're doing stuff in our community. Some of us can get a broader outlook maybe, but they do it all the time, right? Stuff happens, they're working with social justice, environmental justice, civil liberties, humanitarian causes, man. They need our help. And we can do it, right? There's going to be, unfortunately, Greta, a beautiful woman who is usually here. She's not well, so she would be typically running the tables, but this crazy dude, Mike, is going to be out there. So maybe pop by, and if you can, stroke a little check out there for the UUSC, that would be fantastic. You can also go online on their website. You can do that too. If it's a little hard, man, I think the individual membership maybe $40 for an adult, and maybe like 20 for senior, 10 for youth, or something like that. You can go online and you can contribute monthly, man. That makes it easier for you. And just let our folks in the office know, right, that you've done that, so that we can kind of get credit. So we can say, man, when that list comes out, says TPMC is there, man, I'm proud. We support them in just the general operations because we know that stuff happens, right? Because, again, when it's inconvenient, guess what? We're giving people, right? We're giving people. All right. So let's wrap it all up, right? So, who are we when it's inconvenient? When stuff happens, right? We're cool, right? We try to be cool anyway, right? We're cool people, right? We share, right? We care. We do, and we give. And we live, and we laugh, and we love, baby. And that's just how we roll. Peace.